You may have heard that the UK housing market is showing signs of recovery after a turbulent period, with mortgage rates stabilising, wages still growing, and home prices finding some footing. Home builders are starting to regain confidence. Persimmon Plc is one of the UK's largest developers, and it's reported stronger sales figures recently, signalling a potential turnaround. According to Bloomberg, Persimmon expects to increase housing completions to 11,500 this year, up from 10,664 in 2024. And private sales prices have also risen by 3% to an average of £288,542. And the company's forward order book has jumped 27% year on year to 1.15 billion. So these are promising signals that demand is returning to the UK housing market, even if supply does still remain constrained. Now, interest rate expectations are obviously playing a key role here, and the potential for rate cuts later in the year could further support housing affordability. But Persimmon's current completion rate remains well below the pre-pandemic levels of 14,500 in 2021, illustrating that while the market is recovering, there's still a long road ahead. Now, seasonality, this is a great time for Persimmon from a seasonal perspective. If you look at the 23rd of March through to the 27th of May, 80% winning trade percentage, healthy average return of 8.36%, annualized return of over 50%, and the falls have been relatively modest, maximum losses of 10.50%, with some pretty hefty gains of over 45%. So it's definitely worth looking at from a technical perspective. We've got this potential trend line, only 2 touches, so it's not an official trend line, but it is a potential trend line, and these swing points tend to be very significant. And it's also around this big round number, about the 1,000 region. That could offer a decent support level, and even if price breaks back through to subsequently push above that level, that's likely to be an important level, just sat at that 1,000 region. Stops may be placed underneath there. You may even find dip buys around that 1,000 region. So technically there are some interesting areas to look at, even though we've been in this sort of medium term long down trend, and we've recently, since October 2023, trying to push higher, a recent breakdown, and now trying to find some support around the 1,000 region. Remember, don't just trade it. Seasonax it. Use the Seasonax here for the handling of your professional handling of market moving events. And there are risks to this outlook. And of course, the main risk is if the macroeconomic conditions change, if interest rates change, if inflation remains sticky and the Bank of England delays expected rate cuts, that can all affect the outlook and the demand for housing in the UK. Don't forget to sign up here at Seasonax, where you can get literally thousands more seasonal insights that are just waiting to be revealed at the click of a button.